What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and today we're going to be going over some more tips and tricks to make your Madden 20 Ultimate Team experience the best it possibly can be. Now, I want to start off with the MUT Master situation because there's been a lot of back and forth about this. I just want to clear this up, all right? With MUT Master, you don't get any coins for completing this MUT Master Pat Tillman. I don't know why EA did this. I think that this is not fair to the people that actually completed MUT Master. Over the years, we've always been able to get something, even when we did Gronkowski. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it just doesn't seem fair that you don't get any coins at all for completing this. Now, some of you guys thought that if you did it both ways, by getting the max amount of stars and winning the multiplayer games, that you would get coins. That is not true at all. You do not get anything other than MUT Master Pat Tillman, and it tells you in the overview, all right? The only way for you to get coins through this is to do MUT Master stats. So you have to use Pat Tillman to do all of these things to get the 30K, the 25K, 30K. You have to do all of this. Like, you do all of this and then they'll give you free coins. I don't know, like, again, I was very, very disappointed that there wasn't like a coin currency for completing it, because obviously it takes a lot of time. It's a lot of engagement in the game. You have to even if you're no money spent, to get your team to an 85 is very, very difficult for that aspect of the game. So most of us are going to spend money at least on the the MUT level packs. So it's only fair that they give us something back. I didn't really like that. I wasn't aware of it when I was doing it. Either way, I'm going to do MUT Master every year, but this, in my opinion, was not something that was expected. All right, so you will not get coins for completing MUT Master Pat Tillman, but you can use him in these segments to get coins. I guess to make up for whatever they're doing. They did it last year. What was it, 18? Who was it last year? I can't remember. What year was Sean Taylor? You had to do all the stuff with Sean Taylor, and then it's just been weird. I don't understand exactly what's going on with it, but adding these MUT Master stats, I don't really think that it's fair, okay, to do it like that. So now, after that, I keep telling you guys on a regular basis to make sure you're doing your daily objectives. The reasoning behind that, obviously, I'm very, very close to getting the 85 to 86 overall power up pass. Many of you guys, oh, yo, I forgot this day. I missed this day. Well, you're not going to get the stuff as fast as everybody else is going to get it because you missed that day and you missed the other day. I told you, as much as Madden may frustrate you in certain cases, you don't have to play online. Just log in and do your daily objective. Because at the end, by the time you do it and it accumulates all these days, you're going to be able to make so many coins off of using these free additional power passes. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous and insane. All right, so just make sure you're doing it. You got to buy a pack and play 2 games. Remember, you can play games that you've already beaten. So you don't have to go and start a whole new game and do a whole full. You don't got to do all of that. All you need to do is make sure that you've played 2 games and you've opened a pack from the store. Now, getting down to like the real deal stuff, all right? We're going to be going over, like, most of this video is going to be a lot about the abilities and the stuff that really makes sense right now, okay? At the running back position, I'm going to urge you guys again, you're going to want to go ahead. Marcus Allen, in my opinion, is still the best running back in the game. Right now, he has one ability on him. It is evasive. I do have the X Factor on him, but I'm thinking about taking the X Factor off and just leaving him with the ability. Because in all honesty, the X Factor for the running back doesn't really do anything. Offensively, for your wide receivers, double me is a glitch. Because once you activate it in its one-on-one coverage, you throw the ball up, you hold the triangle button, it's over. Okay, you hold Y if you're on Xbox, whatever you're doing, it's over. It is a glitch. I actually tested it out against live opponents, bro. It was one of the most ridiculous things ever. It was absolutely insane. And you know what's cool about it? I put it on Tyreek Hill. But let's go over here, and I'm going to go to his actual upgrade screen to kind of show you some stuff. And if you're new to the game, my veterans already know this. I've already explained this several times. Evasive is a mixture of spin cycle and that other thing, right? Evasive already has spin cycle in it. So I just wanted to point that out. If you guys are worried about, like, pretty much, all right, Gmi, I want to add an additional ability on him. It's the same exact thing. Like, if you put evasive on and you put spin cycle, he's not going to spin any better. All right, so evasive is more than enough. The issue is, some of you guys were wondering about the level 3, the pin and pull guru. I wouldn't really worry about this too much because they've nerfed all of the offensive lineman abilities, so it doesn't really matter is what I'm trying to say. I wasted a lot of training on abilities for O linemen, and then they gave a title update, and I started getting block shedded out of this world. I took the abilities off. I no longer get block shedded. Okay, just so that we're clear with that. So when you're looking at the running back position, I'm going to tell you guys to look for the lightning bolt in the top left right there with his archetype, and just know that he can get evasive, and just use evasive is glitchy right now. I don't know what's going to happen with the next title update. They've been slowly taking away a lot of the things that I really loved coming into the game, but overall it's still a better game than Madden 19. I really don't want them to continue to patch things that are fine just because other things are going crazy, but I don't know how that's going to turn out. So I just want to let you guys know, at the time of this video, when you guys are watching it, that evasive is still the best thing. All right, we're going to get to double me in a second. We're going to go over the quarterback abilities, and I'm going to explain exactly why Steve Young is probably the best quarterback. Andrew Luck has escape artist as well, so he probably will have, you know, similar things right here. I just want you to go, you know, understand the ability situation. I leave Bazooka on because Bazooka is key in a lot of different situations. Number one, once it's activated, if for any reason you're pressed and you have a fast receiver and you just lob the ball in the air, it's going to travel that additional 15 yards, and EA does something to the defender where they can't catch up if you throw it the right way. If that makes any sense. Like, you get that extra throwing distance, so the lob is not the same, or the lead pass, bullet pass is not the same. It really travels further. So you'll get that extra yardage that you don't get when they're just their base quarterback style. All right, escape artist, glitchy. All right, there's nothing to really, like, I'm just giving you guys the top best abilities. This is what you want to put on your quarterback if they have it available. If you guys play regs, you already see Lamar Jackson is going 8. You see Deshaun Watson going 8. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on with escape artists. This is something that, because so many people are complaining, they may patch it. In my opinion, I would leave it alone. I would just patch a situation where you can't tackle the quarterback. But they're aware of it and they're working on fixing that. So that's going to be something that they address very soon. But escape artist is fine. You got to play defense according to what your opponent is doing. If somebody's coming out and running around with escape artist, you're going to probably have to spy a cornerback, because that's like the number one way to stop it. You're going to have to come out in a coverage that can spy the quarterback where there's a corner. Dime 146, dollar, dime 236. Bro, you got to start using your imagination. Nickel, big nickel. Start being smarter about what they're doing and doing less complaining about those things. Like, if you get mossed, right, in quadruple coverage, I understand your frustration. Go crazy, yell about it, especially if you're like me and you're usering and you're right there and you get mossed. A dude throws the ball through your abdomen, but there's no blood. Rage, that's acceptable. But stuff that's within the game that makes the players unique, I like that. In my, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm all for the arm bar with Zeke. You know, these guys that have that, because that's unique abilities for them. So in MUT, you don't really have that like that yet with the abilities, and I know why they're doing that, because it's so OP in regs. They don't want to make MUT like that, so they give you guys things like Bruiser and Bulldozer, which is pretty much garbage. To be honest, it's trash in MUT. It doesn't work the same way. I played several limited time Bo Jacksons, and they've averaged like 5-10 yards on me. So I've pretty much been able to take care of that, and that's why I got rid of my bow, and I have the 89 overall now. Last ditch, this is very important. Now, for the most part, you see like how these dudes wind up a lot, and we're always getting sacked. After I added this to him, he gets the ball off now. So I don't know if that's a glitch. They're going to patch it, whatever, and that's the way to counteract the wind up. But last ditch, like, it's a really good thing to have, okay? Because I've been taking a lot less sacks and I've been getting the ball off even when the guy is actively right there. So again, I would highly recommend this, all right? Roaming Deadeye. This is cool. This is a very good thing. Even if you're running outside the pocket, he throws it very accurately. It's kind of cheesy, to be honest, because I actually ran around the other day and threw it across my body, and I guess like it came out like Deadeye, and it was accurate. So these three are the top for me. For any most of the quarterbacks, like if you go with Tom Brady and you want to be a stationary guy, there's other things for that. But I'm telling you, like, these things are like game-changing capabilities for your team. Like, it's going to make your team that much better. If you have a mobile quarterback that can get these things, it's going to really be good. All right, in my opinion, it works for me very well. All right, now, after that, like I said, with Tyreek Hill, some people were like, yo, bro, he's mad short. Why would you give him double meat? Like, you know what I'm saying? What does that mean? Bro, I'm going to tell you this right now, right? It's very easy to get Tyreek Hill in the zone. You just throw him a deep pass. He, takes it for whatever. And once he gets highlighted, he's short. but he will moss any corner in the game, any safety. And I did it, and it was so, I felt so good about it. Like, I was like, yes, thank you, thank you. A lot of people put it on the bigger receivers. Obviously, once Randy Moss drops, he will be a glitch with double me. And again, you would have to probably put streak specialists on him as well. That's why I don't really want to go and start adding other stuff to him, because streak specialists, like I told you, I put this on like a month ago, and you can definitely see the difference with the way that he runs it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he runs the streak, it's unbelievable. When you take the ability off of him, it doesn't work the same. All these other things, double move, elite, all that, I don't really care for that. I don't think that that's important. If that's something that you guys want to get into, feel free to do so. But I just don't think that it's, I don't think it's as important as people make it seem, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these other ones, streak specialist is the one that I found to just be glitchy. Matchup nightmare is also wild as well. But I don't know how often you would see a linebacker on Tyreek Hill, unless you're playing an opponent that has no idea what he's doing. I don't think you would see that. So those are just some of the top 3 things that, you know, pretty much you should have that on your offensive side of the ball. That will take you to the next level. If you have reached level 50 and you are concerned about, you know, yo, should I get more routes and stuff like that? It is very, very, like, it's appealing. Like, you want to do it to get the, you know, to get the additional routes and everything. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Where is it? Outside Apprentice, because he gets all those crazy routes. It is something that, you know, in my opinion, will be a game changer. It probably would be, but the issue with it is Tyreek Hill wouldn't play the same. With Outside Apprentice, though, you will be able to do a lot of things without having to change playbooks. Because him being an outside receiver, if you run a playbook that has bunch, you can put him on the post, all that stuff. Like, right from there, like, it's a really, really difficult thing to stop. It probably would make your offense OP, but because I primarily run the ball, and I just think that with Tyreek Hill, you know, it's a situation where Tyreek Hill is such a glitch right now. You know, I could spend the additional training and get this done, but this is just something I wanted to point out. For those of you guys that are using certain playbooks that don't have, you know, certain routes in it, you could definitely use this, or you could go with the slot apprentice. If you're going to want to line them up in the slot and then send them on post ends, all that stuff like that, you could do it either way. But regardless of the way that you do it, you have to understand that if you know, you only have 3. So if you put this on him, all right, and then you could probably add some other stuff on him like streak specialist. You know, Tyreek Hill and all these other players, they can't get that, but you know who will be able to get it? Randy Moss. So if you want to wait a little bit and then do all that stuff, you know, it probably would make sense so that you don't overspend with the training, because it's still kind of crazy to spend it's going to cost you about 100. Well, it's 13. It's going to cost you like maybe 80K to get that 1500 training right there. Probably 80, 75K. So if you wanted to do that, that's something you like. I would say, okay, yo, go for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that makes sense. But again, are you going to be primarily using this guy over Tyreek Hill? They both have the same speed. A lot of things are the same. They both 90 speed or whatever. So I guess that's something that we could add later on, you know, to the lineup and stuff like that. Now, offensive line-wise, we are going to be changing up a lot of things going forward, because right now, Kevin Mawai is probably the best center in the game, and you could get his power up for free and then just power him up and just put him in the game and just see what happens. Because even with everything that I've been doing, I've been noticing, like, certain players just play better. Like, Larry Allen just plays better than Zach Martin. You know what I'm saying? Brian Ward has played better than the other bum that I had in there before, Andrew Norwell. It's certain players that just play better. And it's certain attributes that they have that make them play better. And Kevin Mawai, powered up even before you add his card, is a glitch. So I just want to let you guys know that. I've also taken off all X factors off my O-line. Because of the most recent title update and the way that I believe that the game has changed, I no longer recommend putting these abilities on them. In my opinion, it was a waste of training, and if I would have known that they were going to do this, I would have never put Secure Protector on my player to start. But at one point, it was very, very glitchy. They were blocking longer, they were doing everything better. Now, dudes were just screaming at me. Dude, bro, I had it on in one game. I got sacked like 5 times, and that's the most times that I've been sacked in a game for a while. So, you know, I took it off and I've been better. So I'm just going to, you know, recommend at this point, I wouldn't put any abilities on the O-line. And now jump into defense. I'm going to tell you guys this again. It is very, very important to understand these key things. Number 1, DeMarcus Lawrence as a MUT superstar is the glitchiest and cheapest and most valuable card defensively in Madden. Because he's giving you all of these attributes. He's giving you all of these abilities, and you're just paying for the one card. Do not power him up and lose those abilities. You're getting 15, edge threat is like 1,500, reach elite is like 6, finesse specialist is a little bit more expensive as well. You're getting all of that for just the card, okay? I have his power up. I'm waiting to see if I'm gonna, for his next card before I even attempt to do it. But this man will get into your backfield all night long. It sounds like I'm trying to make a reference to something else, but I'm talking about football. He will be in your backfield all night long. So that's a card that I highly recommend. Von Miller, I would say to go through it, try to get him Nat if you can. He is an unbelievable player. I do see differences by adding edge threat to him, reach elite, and under pressure. All of these work. Okay, the only difference between him and Lawrence Taylor is that I put power specialist on Lawrence Taylor, but they are both unbelievable on the field. Okay, I'm letting you guys understand, like, these are very important things that your players will not respond well without having abilities. It's unfortunate, some of you guys are very upset about it, but they will not perform the same way unless they have abilities. It's point blank, it's period, that is it. You guys can try to go around it and do whatever else you want. They will not play the same. I've tested it out. I've taken the abilities off, gone into a game, got bent over, and then just left. Like, I didn't even press charges. Like, I got bent over in the game. I just kept walking with I was bent over, walking on a 90-degree angle away. Then I put my abilities back on. I was able to stand upright again. I'm just letting you guys know. Just be very, very careful with that. All right? These are some tips that you have to do. You gotta understand that your players will not play the same without abilities. I cannot stress that enough. Finally, John Madden coach, after you've already updated your Von Miller, you've gotten a Nat Von Miller, I'm going to urge you guys to get into the John Madden coach and start adding abilities to your team using these different things, okay? Now, there are so many different ones that you can use right now. You got 4 options. I'm going to start with rushing, all right? With the passing, you get a lot of different stuff, the break sack, deep accuracy, all that. I'm not really worried about the passing right now because I don't pass a lot. So I'm going rushing first. And then we probably go, maybe we'll go passing after that because Randy Moss is going to be one of those 10 players, those top 10 players, and then we'll go from there. This is very, very important, guys. Go after the Von Miller first. Get the Nat one if you only have 1,050 trophies, and then after that, you focus on John Madden. Make sure you do it that way. If you do it any other way other than that, I can't do nothing for you after you've already made the mistake. Get Von Miller first because he's so worth it. Then go after John Madden. All right? This has been another edition of Tips and Tricks. I'm going to be giving you guys these a lot more because some of you guys are really, really into it and you guys just want to know insight into what I'm doing in the thought process. I got so much more information to get to you guys. Feel free to go ahead and subscribe. Click that notification button and let me know if you have any additional questions. Leave it in the comments. Thank you guys so much for my community guys that are in there helping and answering questions, making everybody feel more comfortable coming to the channel. I appreciate you guys. Enjoy your day. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.